I think it's a very poor record. I think this is the worst we have had in this country. Let me just first of all tell you, Nigerians are so separated and so disunited for the very first time. I think even before the Civil War, we never got to this level. I'm surprised. I was fortunate and privileged to attend the Federal Government College. And I think that is the micro Nigeria we have, where your best friend comes from any other section of the country. That relationship has been broken. There's a very big gulf that has been created by this administration. I make bold to say so. Because Nigerians are no longer together. There's so much hunger in the land. You heard the other day, they said they were printing 60 billion naira. So it's like we are living on falsehood. Every day, this administration struggles to correct one story that is real. So you begin to wonder, where are the Okonjo Iwealas? The people they said could not run the economy of Nigeria. They're the same people that this administration is projecting to high heavens. What is actually happening? Is it that we just started a car and just jumped to gear 4? That's what is happening in Nigeria. We are in trouble, and I say it every day. The earlier the president declares a state of emergency in the security sector of this country, the better for Nigerians. It has come to the point where even your neighbor, you don't even know who your neighbor is. There's so much hate that has been spread all over this country. And nobody should shy away from it. Look at the structure of NNPC the way it is today. I'm an Ogoni man from Rivers State. I have been raped severally. Where do I find myself? In the states called Nigeria. Where do I find myself? Are we really telling ourselves the truth? Do you understand? What happens, or what will happen, if we do things in an orderly manner the way we ought to do it? We need square pegs in square holes. That's the gospel truth. You don't fill spaces with those who don't have the capacity to fill those spaces. Nigerians are all over the place. Very excellently qualified, highly intelligent people. And yet, we find in some offices and in some spaces those that ordinarily ought not to be there. I was reading a newspaper commentary recently when we heard about the emergence of the new IGP. A whole lot of things we hear. That's why I think that the only way to go is to find a way to restructure this country. Nigerians must sit down as Nigerians, as brothers and sisters, and look each other in the face and say, this is what I want, this is what I want. Let us redefine this union and remain as one entity called Nigeria. I don't see any Nigerian who is asking that we should be separated. I've not seen one. Those who are even calling for us to separate, I think those ones are, they really don't understand what they're talking about. What I think should be is that let us strengthen this union called Nigeria by sitting down to reorganize the areas of conflict so that we'll be better united. You may have forgotten, because I have discovered that most of all Nigerians tend to forget things very easily. A couple of years back, We were told that there will be so much food in Nigeria. Rice will be so cheap. Food items will be very all over the place. In fact, we have to export so much. We export yams, we export everything. My brother, today, I don't know if you know how much a tuber of yam is. How much is a bag of rice? One goat that we used to buy for less than 6,000 or 7,000 goes for almost 40,000. Do you understand? And so how do you do it? The goats, when you talk about, what do we call it? Rice. Oh, the rice revolution. Let us shut our borders so that nobody brings in rice. Our borders were shut for 2 years or thereabout. What happened that we had to throw our borders open? Within the period the borders were shut, more arms found a way into Nigeria. Within the period the borders were shut, the attack dogs, these herdsmen that are not even herdsmen per se, but they have just come to annex people's land and take away everybody's livelihood. They have taken over virtually everywhere in this country. In fact, I commend the spirit and the conduct of Nigerians, particularly the farmers, for being as tolerant as they are. Because you wake up one morning, you hear they have killed 50, you hear they have killed 100, and nobody says anything about it. But if one cow is killed or one cow is missing, all the hairs on the bodies of leadership will stand. I think something is actually happening in this country. And the earlier government rises to the occasion, the better for us. Because if you take a look at what is even going on, you and I know. Because we must compare things. They told us that $1 will be 1 naira. Today, $1 is 1 naira. They told me when I was coming this morning, I stopped to buy some fuel for my car. And I bought fuel at 11 naira per liter. It's a shame on this country that we produce oil in this country. Crude oil is all over Nigeria. Has taken over the Delta and has killed our people. And yet, we cannot refine 1 liter and have petrol for us to use. We have to export it and re-import it at very frightening cost. And then we say we are doing very well. I'm happy. We have better hospitals now. Everybody, including the big and mighty, we all get treated here. The best of hospitals are here. The earlier we do the needful, the better for us. I can speak for my party, and I can speak for the governor of Rivers State. We keep saying that, sometimes the ballots have spoken. We've spoken through the ballots, and so that's the best I can say. We have spoken through the ballots. The PDP is fully on ground, entrenched in Rivers State, and there's no going back. Everybody is... See, in course of our campaigns, in my local government, when we did the grand finale of the campaigns, it will shock you. The few leaders we have in our local government that were in APC, the former Deputy Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Dr. Charles Befunwile, the former Minority Whip, chairman of the NRC in those days, a lady, and so many of them. They came out with their supporters. It was relayed live on television and it's all over the place. So which local government are you talking about? Which ward are you talking about? Like in my ward, in Ward 9, in the Kana local government area of Rivers State. It was funfair. Everybody just came out to celebrate the governor by coming out to cast their votes. You may have seen maybe the votes were not too much as you would expect, but this is the peak period of planting by the Ogoni people. And so we're trying to even plead that they should extend the voting period from 2 p.m. to about 5 p.m. such that my people will come back from the farm and do the needful. But with what even happened, you have seen it. It's clear. And in 2023, like I said, they should bring all the guns like they have always brought to Rivers State. The ballots will still speak. And very, very resolutely and very sound and clear. This last election of Saturday is a clear message to all Nigerians that the 319 wards of Rivers State, the 23 local governments of Rivers State is PDP. And for those, the kites, who come to want to perch, to do the things they are used to doing, the people's resistance has always been there and will always be there. Governor Wike has confirmed to Nigerians that we can bring water out of stone. And so if Nigerians want him, Nigerians will do what Rivers people did. Wike was on his own. Rivers people came out and bought form for him and asked him to go and run. If Nigerians ask him to run, will all Nigerians will beg him to go and run? Because, I mean, what's there? I'm not aware. He has never said so. But if Nigerians want him, he's a true Nigerian. But I'm not aware that anybody has tipped him for presidency, because I don't know who tips people.
A member of the National House of Reps, specifically Honorable Tajuddin Yusuf of Kogi.
I'm happy you are saying that somebody from Kogi State. And that's why that has reinforced what I've just said, that if Nigerians beckon on him and ask him to run, those of us from Rivers State will also beg him to accept the challenge that will be thrown at him. But he has not told anybody that he wishes to run any election. Governor Wike, that I know, is busy developing Rivers State. I'm sure you're aware, virtually every day projects are being churned out and all that. You need to get to Port Harcourt. You need to get to any local government of your choice. In my local government, the first dualized road with street light, we have seen it. The extension has commenced. And I need to say this very clearly. What even surprises me as a former commissioner for works is the way and manner he manages the scarce funds, the scarce resources. Look at the other two projects that just came out now. The extension of the Sakpawan Bori Kono Road, the second phase, from Bori to Kono, is about 17 kilometers or thereabout, or a bit more. But of course, you know our terrain. It's clear. Everything was done in the full glare of the camera. The contracts were signed, and the way and manner the monies are to be released is clear. So the contractor has no relationship with even going to the ministry to say, I want my money. All they have to do is to keep working, and the ministry will keep supervising them. And every month, $1 billion naira goes into the account. And so if the project will last for 14 months, you have 14 billion naira ready. All the projects that are being embarked upon, the funds are available. So it goes to say that if we even go by what you are saying, if we were to be the president of this country, of course you can imagine what would have happened.